Hello, AJ76 Ian here, and this is AOR Racing Tier F8, Round 5 the Spanish Grand Prix, and while Ditto has taken his 5th pole from 5 races, we have qualified 11th, as usual a couple of seconds off pole. Let's see how we get on. Just setting the strategy here. There are some issues with the strategy which I will go into later, all will be explained, but I wanted to start on the hard tyre and then move to the soft. It won't let me delete a stint, so it looks like I'm doing 2 stops, but I'll only do 1. That's the plan. So here we are, 5 lights about to come on. Second heading 10th, Jason just behind us in 12th. And we're off, and a reasonably good start. A little bit slow on the second phase. Seconds got past us. I can see that Jason's proximity red arrow is close by, so I didn't want to move out and try and make a lunge at Boniface. So I just kept that triple down the inside here. Jason's on my inside, but he takes that move quite cleanly. And I can see ahead already there's trouble. And Washi and a few others get together, and I just get out of the way. The car did ghost, so I could have actually kept my foot in and probably gone through them and not lost too many places, but instinct took over. I saw a car there and I didn't want to end my race straight away. So we are down to 12th place as a ZQ runs wide, so we've gained another one. We're up to 11th. Well, this is an interesting race for us, the first for us this season, because it's the first time I've used my wheel and pedals. Logitech G29 wheel. It's taken a lot of getting used to during the week. I'm not as quick as I should or could be, but I've taken the plunger. There's no going back now. As we move forward to lap 7, we find ourselves in 7th place. A couple of others have made pit stops and had issues as well, so we're in a reasonably good position. Jason, though, is behind us with the Red Bull, and he's on the soft tyre, which is 2 compounds quicker than our hard tyre. But I'd already made a decision at this point that I wasn't going to back out for him, but I'm not going to fight him too much if he comes down the inside. We're running our own strategy. I just want to bring it around safely in the points. But as we cross the line starting to lap 8, we see that David Ben in the Ferrari has come out of the pits, so he's almost gained a whole pit stop in terms of time on us already, and this is going to be a tricky one. He's come out on soft tyres, so he will be quick, but even quicker than Jason because he's got brand new soft tyres. And I was having issues with the mirrors in this race. I was having issues with the buttons to look behind me, so I wasn't brilliant in terms of seeing what was going on, and I honestly didn't expect him to come up the inside here. Luckily I just turned the wheel out of the way, but it was a strong, fair move, I think. He went through to 7th, and we are unfortunately down to 8th place, and we're just trying to stretch these hard tyres out as far as we can. We've got a long way to go before our planned pit stop. Lap 9 now. Jason's still behind us on softs. We've kind of managed the gap. He's clearly quicker than us, but he's not been able to overtake us as quickly as I thought. But we were having trouble with traction out of the final piddly chicane, and down the straight. I'm weaving all over the place here. I'm not quite sure what happened. I don't remember what happened there. I'm not keeping the wheel very straight, and Jason gets in the slipstream, DRS. He's already alongside. There's no point really fighting there and causing an accident. So we are back down to 8th. Forward to lap 12 now, and we've reached that point where our theoretically slower hard tyres are actually catching Jason's soft tyres that have started to wear off, and so I was looking forward to perhaps catching him and having another battle with him, but Jason needs to get a pit stop under his belt, so he's pulled in. We're going to go back up to 7th place in fact, and then we force forward another 8 laps to our pit stop, and this is where things got a little bit annoying. I alluded to this at the beginning talking about my strategy, but in practice all week I've had troubles with, I can assume it's a glitch because I think I'm doing everything right. I select a tyre for my pit stop. In this case you want to go onto the softs. The heads up display says that my next pit stop is going to be a soft, and then when I get to the pits, the mechanics, bless their little souls, decide to put on something completely different. So you'll see here they're going to put on medium tyre. Now this, in the context of the race, wasn't the end of the world. Obviously that is slower than the softs, and I would have been able to run to the end on the mediums, but it's just frustrating that I could at this stage run the softs at any point. But we're going to come out, I think, in 9th place. No, I think David Ben's going to overtake us. He's going to be way up the road anyway with his strategy. So we're 10th and we're hanging on to a point by our fingertips. Okay, now we're on lap 25. As you can see, the clouds are beginning to roll in here in Spain. No rain as yet. No rain was forecast, but we're at a position now where we're about to be lapped, unfortunately. Not the first time this season, and not unexpected considering my pretty poor pace here in Spain. And I kind of panicked here and made a mistake, ran wide and then backed out, made sure that I didn't hold Wild Ditto up, and he's off and away. Now we're on lap 27, and I had designs on having a battle with someone at this point because ZQ was up ahead and we were catching him at this point. Not sure whether he had an issue or not. And then I got a little bit overexcited at the prospect of actually overtaking someone rather than being overtaken. And this didn't feel much different to before, but I've also put the power down a little bit too quickly, and a pathetic little spin into the wall unfortunately took my wing off completely, and then I seemed to have trouble finding reverse with the pedals, which was brilliant. So it was frustrating, but I thought probably at that point the chances of getting even a point were gone. I wasn't sure at this point, looking at the screen, how far behind us Caddy Damus was, but towards the end of the lap obviously we trundled round with our broken wing, came in, and oh well, they actually give me the right tyres. They've given me soft tyres, which is the only way to go with 5 laps to go, so hopefully we'll be able to bang in a few quick laps for ourselves. And the question was now whether we were going to come out in 9th place or we were going to lose the position to Caddy Damus. And actually it turned out Caddy Davis was a long way behind us, so I think we still had a sort of 15 to 20 second lead at this point. Okay, coming through the last few corners, it says lap 32, but it's actually the last lap because Wild Ditto lapped us and has already won the race. We're going to come home, and I'm pretty pleased with 9th. Our pace was very slow, but it's the first race on the wheel and pedals. A lot more to come from me, hopefully, the rest of this season.
See them on the top step of the podium.
So congratulations then to Wild Ditto, his second race win in his many races. Nesrin with another fine podium in second, and in third place was Denzamo in the Toro Rosso. So here are my lap times. They're not going to frighten anybody at all. My fastest lap was actually on the medium. I didn't push on those quicker softs at the end. Nothing really to gain. I would have ended up crashing probably. Shout out for Boniface 8, James, who got his best result by far of the season there in 4th place. 3 drivers didn't finish, and their names are reverted back to the real drivers there, Verline, Van Dorn and Grosjean, but they were real people, I assure you. At the top is the championship standings. You can see while Ditto's taken the championship lead from Washi. Quite a big gap to McQuiz, who unfortunately had more technical problems with his PlayStation. Next time out, it's the Monaco Grand Prix.